go!
A real 3D Sonic game was never released on the Sega Saturn. Sonic R was as close as it gets. It was also released about 2 years too late. On October 31st, 1997, when the Saturn was nearing its death, Sega released this little gem. The R stands for racing, and Sonic R is a mascot racing game of sorts. Rather than karts, Sonic, Knuckle, and Tails all run on foot. Amy has a car, and Eggman has his Eggmobile. There are 5 tracks in Sonic R. Resort Island is the typical first level for a Sonic game, featuring a lush tropical environment complete with waterfalls and palm trees. Radical City takes place in a city-like environment, with twisting highways rising above the ground. Additionally, Radical City features the trademark pinball table for Sonic and company to bounce around in. Regal Rune is an Egyptian theme taking place at sunset. Reactive Factory is your typical Sonic final zone, taking you through one of Dr. Robotnik's layers. The final track is Radiant Emerald, which appears to be nothing more than a tech demo. The Saturn was not supposed to be able to do transparent polygon textures, but clearly it can. The main characters all have their platforming moves as well. Sonic has a double jump, Tails can fly, and Knuckles can glide. Amy's car also transforms and can glide over water. On the surface, Sonic R is a racing game, but as you play it becomes more of a hybrid between a racing game and a 3D platformer. Beating the 5 tracks doesn't take much time and can be done in a half hour. This is just the beginning though, and there are many goals to try and complete. Each of the levels features branching paths, shortcuts, and doors that require a certain amount of rings to enter. The level design is amazing. At first, the game seems really confusing because it's not always obvious where you need to go. The fact that there are so many different paths to take mean it's not that hard to take a wrong turn and be going backwards, but after a few laps, it starts to make sense. After you get the basic feel for the track down, you need to start exploring these different paths to locate all 5 hidden coins about the level. It will take a few races to find all 5. After you have their locations memorized, you need to figure out how to get all 5 in a 3-lap race. This can be challenging because taking one path means you'll be passing by coins in a different path. Additionally, some coins are hidden behind doors that require 20 or 50 rings to pass, meaning you have to wait until lap 2 or 3 to nab them. It's a lot of fun to explore these levels, and at times Sonic R feels more like a platform adventure game than a racing game. Once you grab all 5 coins and finish in the top 3, you get challenged by one of the unlockable hidden characters in the game: Metal Sonic, Tails Doll, Metal Knuckles, and Egg Robo. If you beat them, you unlock them as a playable character. Finally, there are 7 Chaos Emeralds scattered about the first 4 tracks. These are usually hiding in a hard to find or hard to reach spot. After finding one, you still have to finish in first place to keep it. Obtaining all 7 Chaos Emeralds will unlock Super Sonic, the best character in the game. All of this exploring is what makes Sonic R so damn good. The levels are detailed and massive that you'll want to explore every nook and cranny to find all the secrets, not to mention figuring out the fastest way to get around the track. In many ways, Sonic R works better as an adventure game than it does as a racing game. It will take a couple hours to truly complete this game, which is perfect for a retro 3D Sonic game. One of the few downsides to Sonic R are the controls. Whether using the regular controller or 3D controller with the analog stick, it can be difficult to control where you are going. The controls somehow feel sluggish and overly sensitive, all at the same time. It's very easy to miss a coin or a line of rings. Turning is the worst, as it's almost impossible not to hit the outside wall of a turn. Thankfully, running into walls doesn't slow you down too much, so it doesn't ruin the pace of the game. Sonic R may be the best looking game on the Sega Saturn. It seems towards the tail end of the Saturn's life is when developers finally started getting the hardware. First, to help ease some of the pop-up that was common in 32-bit titles, Sonic R implements a fade-in effect. Instead of having objects in the background pop up, they fade in. The effect looks great and also keeps the frame rate silky smooth. The texture detail is amazing. Everything is incredibly detailed and varied. It's hard to believe this is a Saturn game. The most controversial aspect of Sonic R is the soundtrack. The soundtrack has a weird Euro disco feel to it that was off-putting to many. Even more strange are the vocals, with their in-your-face upbeat style. I actually don't mind the music at all. The singer TJ Davis has a powerful and pleasant voice. The lyrics are very cheesy and fit the game well. For those who disagree, you can toggle off the vocals. Seriously though, leave them on. They'll be stuck in your head for weeks. Overall, Sonic R is an outstanding achievement. The graphics push the Saturn to its limits and it never stumbles. The sound is great even if you don't like the cheesy music. The gameplay has the perfect mix of racing and exploring and really captures what it means to be a Sonic game. The only flaw in Sonic R is the controls. Once you get past that, you are in for a treat.